Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Respected all, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I welcome you all on behalf of Ilmo Irfan Institute. The mission of our institute is as follows. According to our research, life is equals to 15% technical skills plus 85% human engineering. Therefore, at Ilmo Irfan Institute, our aim is learn to achieve excellence in any technical skill by following the best learning methodology, that is, do it yourself, and practicing the three main pillars of human engineering, that are truth, honesty, and justice. To achieve excellence in both technical skills and human engineering, Ilmo Irfan offers a course which is titled as Popular IDEs for C Programming Language in Windows Operating System. It is lecture 18 of this course. Run your first C program using CodeLite. And I am your instructor, Saman Khan. Let's start with lecture outline. Inshallah, in this lecture, first I will present quick recap. After that, I will present steps of writing a C program using systematic thinking approach. And in last, I will present steps to write your first C program using CodeLite. Let's move to a quick recap. In previous lecture, I presented number 1, how to locate and open CodeLite IDE setup file on my computer. Number 2, how to run the installation wizard to install CodeLite 16.0. And number 3, how to verify that CodeLite 16.0 is successfully installed. Steps of writing a C program using systematic thinking approach. Inshallah, in the next slides, I will present a simple and step-by-step process to write C program using systematic thinking approach. Inshallah, I will follow the following steps to write my first C program using systematic thinking approach. Step 1 is write down real world scenario. Step 2, write down author and system information. Step 3, write down purpose of program. Step 4, write down input processing output. Step 5, write code using an IDE with detailed comments. And step 6, run the program. Step 1, write down real world scenario. Real world scenario is given as follows. At Ilmo Irfan School, Miss Aisha is teaching C programming to grade 9. She wants her students to practice the concept of printing any string, for example, message, name, address, etc., on the output screen. For this purpose, she wants to develop a program in C programming language for her students. Step 2, write down author and system information. Author and system information is as follows. Please note that in C programming language, multi-line comment is start with /* and ends with * and /. Here, author name is Miss Saman Khan. Program name is C program. Programming language is C. Operating system is Windows 10. IDE used is CodeLite 16.0. License is public domain 1.0. Program start date is 28 August 2022 and end date is 28 August 2022. Step 3, write down purpose of program. Again, the purpose of program is written in multi-line comments. The main purpose of this program is to print a message or string on the output screen. Step 4, input processing output. Input of program is a string. That is, purpose of our lives is friendship of Allah. For processing, I have used the printf function to display the input string on the output screen. Output of a program is also a string. That is, purpose of our lives is friendship of Allah. Step 5, write code using an IDE with detailed comments. To summarize, in the first four steps, first of all, I completely and correctly understood the real world scenario. After that, I explained author and information in detail. In third and fourth step, I used the information provided in the real world scenario to understand purpose of program and input processing output. Now, in the fifth step, I will write high quality C code using CodeLite IDE to solve the problem mentioned in real world scenario. I have already written the code for you, which is as follows. Please note that double slash in C programming language is used for single line comment. Step 6 is run the program. I run the code written in step 5 on CodeLite IDE and got the following message displayed on output screen. That is, purpose of our lives is friendship of Allah. To do and your turn task. The to do task for this part of lecture is consider the following message and execute the steps mentioned in this lecture to write a C program using systematic thinking approach. Message is Allah is one, Allah created us, Allah has control over everything. The your turn task is write down your comments on steps mentioned in this lecture to write a C program using systematic thinking approach and write down your suggestions to improve steps of writing a C program using systematic thinking approach. Now let's move to next part of this lecture, that is steps to run your first C program using CodeLite. Inshallah, I will follow the following steps to run my first C program using CodeLite. Step 1 is open CodeLite. In previous lecture, that is lecture 17, install CodeLite for Windows, I opened and verified the installation of CodeLite. Here I will follow the same steps to open CodeLite IDE. To open CodeLite application, I will first go to my desktop screen. Here you can see shortcut of CodeLite IDE is presented. Double click on this icon and it will open CodeLite homepage. Alhamdulillah, we have successfully opened the CodeLite IDE. Now let's move to step 2, that is create new workspace and new project in CodeLite. For that, move to CodeLite IDE. First, we will create a new workspace. For that, click on new workspace button. It will appear a new window. From here, click on C++ and then click on OK. New workspace window will be appear. From here, you can rename workspace. In my case, I will name it as workspace. And from the workspace path, you can change path of your workspace. In my case, it is C users document. And then click on OK. As you click on OK, workspace will be created. Here you can verify it from the left panel. Now we will create a new project. To create a project in Workspace, right-click on Workspace. From there, click on New and then click on New Project. As you click on New Project, new window will appear. Write down name of your project. In my case, it is C program. And from the path, you can select the path of your new project. From the category, I have selected console. And from compiler, I have selected GNU GCC. You can select other compilers as well. After selecting the compiler, click on OK. As you click on OK, new project will be created in the workspace. New project has been created successfully, Alhamdulillah. Now let's move to step 3, that is write your code. Let's get back to CodeLite IDE to write our first C program in CodeLite IDE. For that, from left menu, double click on project you created recently. It contains a source folder. Double click on source folder. As you can see, it contains main.c file. Double click on this main.c file. Here you can see some code is already written for your ease, but select it all and delete it one go. We will write code from scratch. Please note that I will copy paste the author and system information, purpose of program and input processing output from my notepad file. As you can see, the details of program have been added into the source file, Alhamdulillah. Now I will start writing the code. First of all, I will include the libraries that are hashtag include stdio.h, and second library is hashtag include stdlib.h. After that, I will create a main function by writing int main and brackets for main function. As we are writing a code with detailed comments, so let's add some comments what this function will do. This function will print message on output screen by using a printf function that will act as input plus processing and output. After that, create a printf function and write a message to display, that is, purpose of our lives is friendship of Allah, and semicolon at the end. Then write return 0 semicolon, and that is end of main function. One thing to note here is that color of comments and actual code is different. Alhamdulillah, I have successfully written the C code in CodeLite IDE. Now let's move to fourth and last step, that is run your code. To run our code in CodeLite IDE, I will follow two-step process. In the first step, I will compile my project to check if it is error-free or not. I will build a project. For that, go to Build from the top menu and click on Build Project. As you click on Build Project, output window will appear. Output window shows that the build is completed successfully and there are no errors, which means the program is perfectly fine and ready to run. Second part is to run the code. To run the code, click on Build button and from there click Run. If you click on Run, output console will be appear. That display the message that purpose of our lives is friendship of Allah. To continue, press any key. In my case, I will press Escape key. To summarize, I used a step-by-step process to completely and correctly run my first C program on CodeLite 16.0 in Windows 10. To do and your turn task. The to-do task for this part of lecture is run your first C program using CodeLite on your computer as shown in this lecture. And your turn task is run your first C program on MonoDevelop IDE, which you installed in your turn task of previous lecture. Now let's move to lecture summary. To summarize, in this lecture, I presented a step-by-step process to run your first C program using CodeLite. In next lecture, inshallah, I will present basic of another popular and widely used IDE for C programming language, that is C-Line. Consensus decision of all religious scholars of the world is all religious scholars of the world and saints are in agreement that whosoever recites Durud Sharif excessively will be saved from the harshness of death. May Allah give us the strength to recite Durud Sharif abundantly. Ameen. We shall be thankful to you if you may please provide your valuable feedback on this lecture. Jazakumullahu khair. May Allah bless all of us with His afiyat and karam. Ameen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.